Cancer United, formerly the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, recognizes the critical role of caregivers during the cancer experience and provides free, yes, free resources to support them as they support the patients. Michael Kramer, a lymphoma survivor, now living with chronic GVHD, and his mom Ashley join me now to share their experience as well as raise awareness of these free services. So thank you both so much for joining us and telling us your story. And Ashley, let's start with you. Blood cancer has had such an impact on your family, having been a caregiver to your husband and now your son, and that has greatly changed the course of your life. So how has Blood Cancer United helped you through these experiences?
Yeah, thank you first of all so much for having us. But yeah, I was married, we had 3 kids, and it was in 2014 that my husband was diagnosed with lymphoma. And at that time, there was a friend, she told me to reach out to Blood Cancer United, and I think I was just so overwhelmed. I was working double time, working my job, taking care of the kids, caregiving for my husband, and I just isolated myself, and I felt like I couldn't reach out to anyone. And 17 months later, my husband passed away, and it was literally 4 years later Michael was diagnosed. Oof. And yeah, as you said, and you know, this time a social worker again encouraged me, reach out to Blood Cancer United, and I did. And I was able to speak to an information specialist, and I left that call, and I just felt so much more empowered. I felt more knowledgeable. And for the first time, I felt like I wasn't alone going through this.
And that is so important. And I'm so glad that you were able to receive that support. But again, I am so sorry for your loss. Michael, as a survivor of cancer and its complications, what does it mean to you to have the support of your mom?
Yeah, having the support of my mom has meant everything to me. You know, when I was diagnosed with cancer, it was obviously a shock. I was 19 years old, I was healthy. I didn't expect to get cancer. My main symptoms before were just fatigue, some night sweats, and then some fever. So I really didn't think too much was wrong. But then getting that diagnosis, again, humongous shock. And having the support of my mom through chemo, through radiation, through my bone marrow transplant, and now as I navigate chronic graft versus host disease for the last several years, has been very, very important. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my mom. She's the reason I'm still here.
I'm so glad to hear that you're doing well now. And Ashley, Blood Cancer United, you're so welcome. Blood Cancer United emphasizes how important it is for caregivers to take care of themselves. So what do you do for yourself, and what advice do you have for other caregivers in this role?
I mean, there's a long list of things, but if we're going to narrow it down, I really do think connection has been such a key for me. It's been such a key for us. You know, it's so easy when you're a caregiver just to isolate yourself and take everything on your own shoulders because, you know, it's like a 24/7. There are no days off, there's no vacation. And I think when caregivers, sometimes they hear self-care, they kind of close off and they think, how can I do that? But you don't have to take like a day at the spa. I think it can be a pocket, you know, take a shower. Maybe it's just taking a step outside, take a walk, maybe in nature, or even 5 minutes, taking deep breaths. I think sometimes just taking a moment is enough. And, you know, also not denying it is hard. And it is okay to cry. You don't want to get stuck in the negativity, but I think it's okay to cry, and I think it's easier sometimes to express those feelings with people that understand. And I think that's where, like, Blood Cancer United really does come in, because they get what you're going through, and they have support groups there that have been a tremendous support for me as well.
Yes, and then spreading that message to everyone else. So, Ashley, where can we go for more information on Blood Cancer United?
Yeah, as you mentioned, the resources, they're all free. It's for both patients and for caregivers. So you can go to bloodcancerunited.org. There's also a toll-free number you can call, 1-800-955-4572. And I encourage you to reach out. I think just knowing you're not alone and there are resources for you.
Yes, well, Ashley, I'm glad that you did, because it ultimately helped you. And then, of course, I'm so glad that your son did and that you're doing well. It's just amazing, Michael. So thank you both so much for joining us. And here's to your future.
Thank you so much, Jordan.
You are so welcome. And everyone at home, if you would like to see this interview again, just head to First Coast News Plus.